Hi, Dr. Linhart. I'm Joy Moore. For this Tuesday Night Live, I just want to talk about a couple things that stood out for me from the readings that were assigned. So, from last week's readings, I want to talk about C.S. Lewis and his credibility to be talking about this learning in wartime. And so, he asked this body of students at Oxford, why should we indeed, how can we continue to take an interest in these placid occupations when the lives of our friends and the liberties of Europe are in the balance? And so he goes on to answer these with three enemies: excitement, frustration, and fear. And so I just want to talk on where he comes off on talking about this. What credibility does he have? So he is speaking as someone that originally attended Oxford as a student, and while he was there, he was drafted to the Second World War and fought in it until he was wounded in battle. So now he is back at Oxford speaking in their chapel, and this is the time of World War II. And so just that background information to me was very helpful, because when I hear a message that can be controversial or hit home with me, I want to know, who is this speaker and what authority does he have? And so, I appreciated the background information. So the next person I want to talk about is Heschel in his article on the Sabbath. As a ministry major, we have to complete spiritual formation and do a rule of life, and it's highly recommended that we do this Sabbath. And so it's something that I've practiced, but his background information that of him being a teacher in the Jewish community, where he's a professor at the Jewish Theological Seminary, he also has a lot of authority to talk on this subject. And so he talks about how God denotes this Sabbath day, and he rests, he blesses it, and hallows the seventh day. And so if the creator of the world can take a rest, so can his creation. And we do that by respecting our creator. And during the week, we labor this earth that he has landed us on. And we do that with dignity. And then on that seventh day, we respect and we take a break from that technical civilization which is talked about, and we take time to dig into this deeper sense of who we are, and we feel feelings of joy, and we just work through our lives and without distractions of labor, of relationships, and so it was very helpful as someone that is practicing that Sabbath and learning what it means. So one last thing, I just really liked the Friendship and Vocation article that was also assigned for today, and just the contrasting loves of vocation and relationships, and being someone that deeply values friendships. I just really liked this, and liked the funny comment that Dr. Johnson makes about John Wesley, in that he is a great conversationalist in work but does not take time for leisure. So these are my thoughts for a Tuesday reflection.